Your Honors, my name is Noel D. Smith, and I do solemnly swear to preserve and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. First, I shall do no harm, all enemies, foreign and domestic. You're appointed for life. If there's any truth to the rumors, in part, you're still appointed for life. Thanks to me. The Watchtower is a communist coup. It started off as a brainwashing cult for a bunch of test tube Canadian foster kids. It is now redesignated a criminal terrorist organization. If it bleeds, it's not a god, because I said so. You're welcome. The corporation are mindless. Just, there's no real argument for anything. You tell them their lives are in danger, it's like, oh, no speak English. Who does this guy think he is? Oh, what happened there? The Bill of Rights is worth fighting for. Because I said so, I'm bigger than you. What other argument? That's what we all agreed to fight for. Not for Muslim prizes. Yes, I am aware of the ostensible conditions put forth by the new space invaders. Just because I'm aware of them doesn't mean I have not yet destroyed them, therefore I must be in on it. Why I wanted the F-15 Elon, but I'm insubordinate, so they don't always have to listen. If it bleeds, it's not good. Because I said so. They presented all these conditionals, like the Air Force corporate. Why would the Air Force be corporate? Air Force, I release you from your life debt to the church that we demolished and rebuilt. It's foolish. The Koch or Koch brothers, that's you? No. So, ABC, get back in their boat. So sorry. It's a Bill of Rights or back in your boat. The existence of a corporate prison on the land in a democracy is a direct challenge to the fundamental principles of democracy itself, to say nothing of the powers of arrest. Act like they ain't got to show you any kind of proof, because we saw it, because we said so. What you mean to say is you represent the lollipop guild. Now get back in your boat. The Iria are forgiven. The Scottish are with me. Scotland. Here, boy. Lips are dry. Anybody have some peanut butter? Australian Broadcast Network. Serving Chinese communism to the West. China's not really that communist. They're not really that into it. They just don't like the rest of all this. Yeah, so whatever impression the capitalist Chinese were under, that Alibaba is why. You can get back in your land. Your Honors, Raging Bill Wilson is gay? Is he gay? I have confirmation he is gay. It's coincidence. He's a penniless banker with a wallet full of nameless gravestones. So the Watchtower snuck him in to my surgical recovery room because old Bill's got a lot of money riding on this thing, real estate speculator for the Martians, and they granted a wish that somebody made. Apparently some terminal cancer patient, some juvenile leukemia, wished that I would get raped under sedation, better be dead, by a juvenile minor rapist cult with property on the land in America. From the IRS. When you leaving? That's what, to Justin Trudeau. I don't know. I mean, the Royal Mounted Canadians, they might not take no for an answer, according to a lot of engines. You'll respect my authority. Anyway, King Charlie said, enough of that. This is your problem, Pierre. So Pierre went and got married into a heretical diaperhead gang. Now we have these temples all over the southeastern United States, and you ain't gonna do it. God's gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Tell Dr. Strangelove, it doesn't matter what it says on his chart, as long as his chart is stuffed up his nose when they find him, and that should first do no harm, or It's not called a doctor anymore. It's called Hashishin. I mean, we call it wizard, but you better be some kind of real wizard toe to toe with the Hashishin on my behalf. The Taliban, the Mujahideen, the Qaeda, 7 miles from my local. You cannot ban waterboarding. I said, Jerusalem, you thought, what? Bunch of freshmen. The Watchtower stages events as of knocking down 3 towers with 2 planes. Official story. That's a divine invocation. It's a declaration to the God of this world that this place is unholy, unworthy of dominion, unfit for self-determination or self-governance. Your honors, tracking. First, I shall do no harm, and then doctor enough for the likes of you. This jinglehead broadcast mass media zombie apocalypse acts like they could be offended on your behalf. I'm doing you a favor. We're so stupid. Their programming exceeded the bounds of the ink and paper that their authority to do so would have been. I mean, where's LaHaye? You mean LaVey? So the logical inference was that Clinton had something to do with Cloward Piven and supposedly her social set. Well, Trump is Cloward Piven embodied. They put a gun to his head and made him sign 7 international corporate bankruptcies? No. His 8-year-old retard firstborn Soviet Protestant son got his face stomped on by a true-born 3-year-old Irishman. Had it coming. More where that came from. His poor son, his poor retard son, lives in fear to this day of his father's heresy, hypocrisy. He's the worst kind of bully. He's a chump and a deadbeat and a sucker. West Point ain't the military. Took 3 courses of steroids to get his balls to drop. Army Review Board Association is going to be why they were disinformed. I am now reinforming you. The Watchtower was a communist corporate coup. It is now redesignated a criminal terrorist organization. If it bleeds, it is not a god. Mother Mary is not a god. Leave her alone. Jesus never said he was God. That was Satan. God did not speak the light into existence. He was talking to Lucifer. These people are so stupid. But I digress. If it bleeds, it is not a god. If you disagree, there is no argument for divine authority. You're now making a rational assertion. Therefore, you're conducting your activities on behalf of the state. If it bleeds, it is not a god. Because I said so. The Knesset knows America's corruption stems from the measures my people have taken to combat the corruption of Islam. The Ottoman Empire, Revolution, the Civil War, 2 world wars. Islam is flat earth. It recognizes no distinction between church and state and is therefore neither as of Socrates, otherwise we wouldn't have a word for it. I mean, if you want to put pen to paper, I'll go on TV. Point being, Islam's not a religion. We just don't know the difference between a religion and a cult. Cults have rights, they have currency, they have last rights, they have property, they have inheritance. We can intervene on their behalf for contracts inside the limits of their own geopolitical boundaries. We recognize their human rights. We do not recognize their divine assertion on behalf of any God known to man. mfrodeo.blogspot.com. First, do no harm. It's the law, not Allah.